Hi, I'm Brandon C. Adams, Emmy Award-winning producer and investor. And I'm sitting here with my partner, Kevin Harrington.
Hey, buddy. How you doing,
original
man?
Shark and Shark Tank. Kevin, we've known each other for almost a decade.
Yeah.
We've been through a lot of endeavors. We've traveled the country together. Today, I just want to...
Traveled the world together.
We've been to Colombia, Canada, Mexico on the wrong plane. Today, I just want to go over what people come to us all the time. They're looking for investment, looking on marketing, branding tips. I want to share with everybody kind of an inside look of what we look for when we partner with the business.
Yeah.
And I first want to talk about the investment side.
Right.
We have dozens of investments together. Can you share more of what we look for when somebody's going to pitch us, what we look for in investment opportunity?
Sure. So a couple things. If you're a startup, I like to see that you're solving a problem in a unique fashion. It kind of starts, I'm a product guy.
Yeah.
So people would come in, pitch me at the hardware show, the houseware show, the fitness show. They're going to come in, hey, here's a new fitness product. Okay, what problem does it solve that's not currently being solved in the market? Okay, in the early days, the focus was on abs. Let's help you get better abs. We did the ab isolator, okay? It was a focus on the abs. It worked. We did $350 million worth of ab isolators back in the 90s, okay? So what problem does your product or your service solve, and does it solve it in a unique fashion, meaning is there nothing else already solving that problem in a similar fashion? Second kind of investment that we look for is a business that's already up and running, has cash flow, and they've identified a customer acquisition cost. So they know,
which is important,
that if you know how much it costs to acquire a customer, but you don't have all the capital to go get thousands of customers, because let's say the acquisition cost is $100 a customer. To get 1,000 customers, that's going to cost you $100,000.
Yeah.
So, do you have that money? No. Well, that's what I do. I come in, I look at these costs, and I say, okay, let's go fund this to the tune of $1 million, $2 million, maybe even more. It depends on how sophisticated you are at that analysis.
I think the biggest mistake people make is they don't know their customer acquisition costs, and they come to us asking for capital, and we ask them their numbers, and they don't know.
Yeah, there's some basic numbers that you need to know. What's the lifetime value of your customer over time? Because if someone is going to buy something on the front end, but they're also going to keep buying over the next number of months or years, then you can spend more money to acquire that customer, because you're getting many more cash flows out of that customer than just the first order.
So I want to talk about kind of transition to the marketing side. So you got involved with a company called Celsius back, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a couple $1 million company. Now it's a $20 billion company. I think it's such a unique case study. And can you share just how you guys took it from $5 million to now a $20 billion company?
So yes, I mean, timing was very powerful in the case of Celsius, because you had Red Bull was hundreds of billions of dollars. You had Monster was 50 plus billion. So you had two big guys in the market, and it was ready for a third one to come out. But we were a couple $1 million when we started. But what we focused on was something new and very powerful, and that was called influencer marketing, right? So from the early days of bringing celebrities, and the Kardashians were sending out tweets, believe it or not, okay? We started getting fitness Instagram influencers and celebrities, and this was a new way of selling, because the old way, which was as seen on TV, became very, very expensive. And that's why 10 years ago, I sold that. I owned As Seen on TV Inc., AsSeenonTV.com, and I said, I need to get out. I see the handwriting on the wall. Television viewership is dropping, but companies like Celsius can come in and tie themselves to famous influencers. And now that company, an influencer, is telling all of their followers to drink Celsius. And this is the most powerful thing that ever happened for Celsius, because it went from a couple million to hundreds of millions to billions to over $20 billion in the process. And I'm proud to say I was involved with that company for over 10 years, and that was a really very fulfilling part of my life.
10 10-cent stock to now over $250 trading. Not a bad kind of return.
Yes, it's been an awesome rise, and just keeps going.
What I love now is talking to that story, we have a new energy drink we're working with now called Sunshine,
right?
Which is a different kind of energy drink, which is only 70 milligrams of caffeine, which is a part of our fund. We're always looking for consumer products. If you were going to give advice to somebody that has a consumer product, what are we ultimately looking for from that product standpoint?
We'd like to see a product that is ready to go, okay? Yeah. Does it have tooling? Does it have manufacturing? Yeah. Does it have inventory? Has it been sold anywhere? Because I like to see something that has proof of concept, so that it's, you sold it at the flea market, or you sold it on QVC, or you sold it in a catalog. If it works in a catalog, it works on QVC, it works on a flea market, if it works in one of those places, it's likely to work in the world of digital marketing. And that's what we look for, is where has it been sold successfully before, or what are the steps to test that to get it successful on the front end.
It goes back to the test before we invest. We're looking for some kind of success.
Exactly.
The last part of this, personal branding. So I love this story. I know you've told me many times, but I think it's important for everybody to hear, which we're going to talk about these magazines here in a second, which we both got covered again on the feature of the cover. Can you talk about when you first realized that you needed to build your personal brand, because you didn't focus on it in the early part of your career?
In the early part of my career, I was worried about cash flow, okay? Paying my bills, right? Building a business, getting sales, profits, and shooting infomercials. That was my focus. What I didn't realize, I was building all their brands. I was building Tony Little's brand, Billy Mays' brand. Billy had done one commercial, 5 commercials, then all of a sudden, dozens. Everybody wanted Billy Mays, right? Well, we created that. We did the same thing for Tony, but I never did it for myself. And that's when I finally realized, it was a little over 10 years ago, I said, I need to build my brand. I need to go after publicity, write some books, create some content, shoot some videos, create, I was going to 30 trade shows a year, just physically attending. But you know what, the little pivot I made? I said, instead of just attending, let me speak at every one of those shows. And that little change, I said, hey, I'm going to speak at the houseware show, the hardware show, the fitness show, the beauty show, the toy show, the golf show. And guess what? The CES show, 300,000 people come to that show. I was a keynote speaker year after year. These are the things you need to do to build your brand. I focused on building my brand, writing books, creating content, getting on magazine covers, etc. That my life changed, and I got on Shark Tank, and that was a pivotal point for me.
It was 12 years ago. I sat in a presentation by a person we know, Cactus Jack Barringer, who was speaking about success, and he showed the sizzle reel of you and Barbara Corkin doing a deal with him on Shark Tank. I saw that, and I remember, that's so interesting. I want to go in business with this guy named Kevin Harrington one day. And little did I know that would eventually become our partnership, got to know Cactus Jack. But I gotta say, you talk about personal branding. When I saw that video, I had no brand. I didn't have a podcast show. And fast forward about a decade of work, I focused on the personal brand. I focused on the podcasting, the content. I wrote a book. We wrote a book together. All these things. And I gotta share this because now I feel like this is a cool kind of full circle moment. Last month, you got on the cover of Valiant CEO. And this month, just a couple days ago, I got on the cover. We hold this up right here.
Yeah, sure.
So
how about
we both got on the cover, and this shows you the power of what you can do with building a personal brand. And now, together, we have a fund, we're investing in businesses, we have a marketing agency, and we have A Day with a Shark.
Right.
And I know some of you listening right now, watching, you're going to want to check out A Day with a Shark. If people are looking to come to A Day with a Shark, what can they expect from us?
So, Brandon, look, over the last 50 years, I've been an entrepreneur, started over 1,000 businesses, invested in over 1,000 deals. They didn't all make money. Most of them didn't make money, but it's the ones that I focused on that I said, you know what? I can make money with Brandon. I can make money with this person. It's a one-on-one situation, and that's what we're doing. I said, if I could spend a day with a small group of people, and this is spend a day with a shark, we're gonna teach them 50 years of entrepreneurship, of product development, of connecting the dots, finding that product or that pitch that gives the consumer the problem that we're solving that's not being solved in the marketplace, right? We talked about that. So bottom line is spend a day with a shark. We're going to teach you how to build your business, how to scale your business, how to raise capital, how to do all the things that are necessary to be a successful entrepreneur. And we've done it for 50 years over and over. Yeah. I think we know a thing or two about it. We're going to have a lot of fun. I want good, solid companies that know what they're doing and have a game plan to take it to the next step, and need the shark and his team to join them.
I love it. So if you're watching right now, if you're looking to apply, you can apply below or go to adaywithashark.com, or you can pitch Kevin and I, or we can help you with your business. Again, like you said, raising capital, branding, and helping you have success with your business. Kevin, it's been a fun journey. I appreciate you, and here's to the next big win, right?
Thank you. You got it.
We'll see you guys later.
Thanks for being here.